All right, how's it going, Martians? How's everybody doing today? Hope y'all having a good one. Let's see who we got in here today. Legendary, Cellmate, XRP Classic is greater than BTC. Is there is there still an XRP Classic coin? Is that actually real? I've heard about XRP Classic Cellmate, but I've not actually seen it on the charts. It must not even be top 100. Cool Cats Beats, how's it going, my man? In 30 minutes? Nah, the news is live now. Young Jizzle, how's it going, bro? Reminder on, hopefully you're in the chat. XRP Blue Balls, hopefully you're not blue today, bro. Fourth quarter, it's time for us to come out cryptocurrency news. Hell yeah, bro. Anyone know Bob's Stylist? I need to go there. I mean, I could use a haircut today. Look at this. Look at this like madness I got going on, right? I don't have it put back today, so it's like it's all over the place. JXRP Flight, how you doing today, brother? Peace, thumbs up, and cheers to you as well. Can't wait to be popping some bottles, brother. Steve Stevenson, hurry up, my wife and kids are on the way home. All right, man, we better get in this news then. If we gotta get this in before the kids get home, you know, we gotta have a family appropriate a show and talk about our future with Bank of America. That's just not appropriate for the kids to be hearing. You know, they don't want to be. They need to be hearing about no rockets. They don't need to be hearing about no rockets. What's up, Kevin? How's it going? H in this twilight. How you doing today? Angelo, what's up? What's up? One percenter. Ron, how you doing, brother? And Richie XRP Rich. Glad to see you guys tuned in. So it's a slow news day. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's a real America. And this is stuff we already know, right? Everybody already knows that. What's up, Crypto Mike? How's it going, brother? But yeah, we already know that Bank of America, you know, they're testing. They've been working with Ripple. That they're testing, you know, the XRP ledger, you know, X current, whatever it is. But I got an article here from CoinDesk. We're gonna go through it. Share what this guy Nathan DeCamilio has to share here. And there's a few things in here that I didn't wasn't aware of, but so I'll read through this real quick and we'll get into the comments, right? So news for the day starts off. Bank of America, the second largest bank in the U.S., has quietly tested out Ripple's distributed ledger technology and may be planning to do more with it. Ripple went so far as to identify Bank of America as a customer in a presentation given at a seminar held by the International Monetary Fund late last year. So, when asked about this, a Ripple spokesperson would neither confirm or deny that Bank of America was a customer, but said the companies had conducted a pilot together. Bank of America has been a part of Ripple's Global Payments Steering Group since 2016, and we did a pilot with them. And this is what the spokesperson told CoinDesk. So the spokesperson will not give any further details about the pilot, which was not previously reported, and Bank of America declined to comment. It was previously known that Bank of America is a member of the steering group that advises on rules and standards for RippleNet. The net is the strongest indicator yet that the bank's relationship with the startup goes beyond friendly advice. That would be a departure from the bank whose chief technology officer, Kathy Besant, has said she's bearish on the technology and that Bank of America's portfolio of blockchain patents, the most of any financial institution, exists only so that it can pivot to blockchain quickly if the need arises. Well, I wonder what kind of need would, what could arise to make that demand, that need arise, right? What kind of demand could come into this ecosystem that could cause, financial institutions primarily deals in dollars to need to transition to blockchain technology? Maybe a liquidity crisis? Maybe. Anyway, uh, one more sign that Bank of America is warming up to the sector is saying this. I swore it was from September, but he's saying in this article that the job opening was from earlier this month for a product manager who would lead a team for a Ripple project. The project was described as a decentralized ledger technology-based solution to cross-border payments marketed to GTS clients. GTS stands for Global Transaction Services. a division of Bank of America that works with the Treasury Department of large companies and finance, are keeping many connections from being revealed. This is bigger than what I imagined when I came across the company Ripple and white papers. And one percenter, you're exactly right. You know they're obviously not going to come out and say anything directly to us about what's going on, and it's by and large because of the fact that there's NDAs galore. I haven't heard a single piece of news from MUFG, and MUFG is far larger than Bank of America, and yet we don't know anything about what's going on with Ripple and MUFG, which is the largest financial institution in Japan and one of the largest. I think it's the third largest in the world, or fourth largest in the world. So it's like who knows? Uh, Alex asked if I get pulled over or are in any trouble for sleeping in your car. The curtain is hilarious. Yeah, the curtain basically helps. It basically just keeps the light out. I mean, I'm pretty sure anybody that actually goes by my vehicle's bet could, pretty sure that people know that there's somebody crashing in the vehicle whenever. But no, I've not gotten pulled over. I have gotten in trouble for trying to crash in certain parking lots. So, I don't crash in parking lots anymore. Now I find a space on a side street and, just park in between the cars like I'm just somebody that lives in one of the houses or buildings there. Um, and I don't get harassed there. And I usually pick in like upper middle class areas to crash out, so I don't even have to worry about like the crazy hobos that are like all jacked up on meth or whatever the hell harass me in the middle of the night. Anyways, to get back to the article here, um, they jump in and talk about Saga Sarbhai, which is Ripple's head of government and regulations affairs for the Pacific Asia, or the Asia Pacific region, and he made a presentation back in December of 2018 at a seminar convened by the IMF on in Soma on fintech and financial inclusion in the Pacific Isles. And the section of the presentation devoted to Ripple's X current service include a slide entitled "A Snapshot of Our Customers," and a logo of Bank of America Merrill Lynch uh, appeared at the top at the top, followed by 15 financial institutions from around the globe, including MUFG. And they were not in alphabetical order. The presentation was later published on an IMF.org and recently circulated on Twitter. The IMF confirmed to CoinDesk that the document was genuine and that executive gave the talk. That a Ripple executive gave the talk. It was worded weirdly, sorry. Anyways, Xcurrent, the service that Bank of America appears to have at least tested out, does not involve XRP, the cryptocurrency that Ripple periodically sells to fund operations and that powers the separate XRP product. Customers for the Xcurrent payment system include American Express, Santander, and PNC. In August, Spanish banking giant Santander revealed to CoinDesk that Xcurrent would enable the first online international transfers to the U.S. for some of its Latin American customers. So that's the end of the article. And yeah, it's like, this is basically just old rehash news, right? Like, we've known this since 2018. I've talked about this on the channel multiple times, and they are making clear that, they're only using Xcurrent right now, right? But at the end of the day, anybody who's done the research into this ecosystem realizes that the reason that American banks are not touching XRapid, by and large, is because of lack of financial clarity. Whenever financial clarity comes in this ecosystem, it's going to be game on. And how to get Xcurrent coin? There's no coin for Xcurrent, cellmate. Xcurrent is one of the product lines for the RippleNet ecosystem. There's Xcurrent, XVIA, and XRapid. And XRapid is the one that utilizes XRP. Let's see here. Coin Collector, how's it going, brother? I am surprised someone does not rent out their driveway on Airbnb and let you use their share restroom kitchen at night. Well, I mean, I probably could. I wouldn't doubt that there is such options, because there's definitely, like, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to store my car when I go to Malaysia for this winter, and I wouldn't be surprised if I could just rent one of those spots out and just camp out my car out there. But Yeah, I'm not worried. Or it's whatever. I am doing this to save money, not because I have to live in my car, right? Like it's not about a shortage of money thing. It's about wanting to have a surplus of money. So that's really more so what it is. Um, let's see. XRP, pump up the volume. I used to park right in the YMCA parking lot when I lived in my car. Yeah, I did that. I did that last year. But the YMCA that I used to crash at, they got a security guard that started coming at night. And so, like, 3 a.m. every night, I'd get somebody pound on my window, get me, tell me that I can't be parking overnight. So it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go park inside the street since that's ignorant. But yeah, it's illegal to be homeless. Essentially, not really illegal. They won't give you a fine, but they're gonna harass the hell out of you if you don't find a way to like blend in. That's why people call like van life. Police are gonna harass the hell out of you, and not just the police, everybody, because as you've seen, there's even people that come in my chat and harass me because I'm camping out in my car. Because people are like, it like terrifies people, it offends people for some reason. But it's whatever. Let's see here. Um, One percenter. After studying it, common sense says big money, big banks will not lose control. Thus, I purchased a large portion in last February, uh, or in late February 2016. All I can say is hold. I did sell 10% at $3 in 2017. Awesome, dude. Wow, yeah. If you bought back in 2016, I'm sure like you're set. Hold on, let me fix this because I'm moving my camera every time I scroll up here and down the chat. Yeah, like that's really what it is. This is because of the volatility of this ecosystem. It really comes down to just you gotta just be patient. You have to invest for the long hold in this ecosystem and just wait until your exit point is met, right? It doesn't matter where I think the price is going. If you think that, the price is only going to go to like, only up to $5, we're only going to barely surpass our previous all-time high in the future, then, go buy enough XRP. Your choice, right? I'm just saying, like, if this is what you think that it goes there, then go buy enough XRP so you're a millionaire when it hits $5 and you're done, right? I personally think that it's going to go well beyond that, right? I've made videos I think they could go into the 5-digit figure range. Not anytime soon. That's like, that's retirement in my 50s that I think I'm going to see that. But, it could happen sooner. There's people in the space that think it's going to happen within 5 years. I think, and I laid out a roadmap for it happening within 10, right? But that doesn't mean that it's going to happen. There's some pretty extreme events would have to unfold in the world for us to hit those points, right? But at the same time, I think that we could easily see $1,000 without anything too extreme. Just with the introduction of coin fields, tokenizing and collateralizing XRP to tokenize stocks, right? And assets and securities. That alone could cause the price to mature into the, multiple hundreds, if not into $1,000 range. But it's really about patience, It's all about patience when it comes down to it. Yeah, I know he's joking, but there's also new people that might stumble upon this and be like, "What's X current? What's X rapid?" You have to keep in mind that this ecosystem, I know that most of us here have been in this space for a minute. We've all been waiting for most of I recognize almost everybody's name in here. Like I'm trying to see if there's anybody whose name I don't recognize. Maybe XR, please. I don't remember seeing you around, but it's legal to park camp by Stanford. Yeah, but it's also cold as hell up there. That's actually why I'm down in San Diego, and it's legal it's technically, it's just for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't want to speak badly of people. It's a thing. People are just, yeah. M Grimes, you're on it. Yeah, basically. Coda Hyatt, how's it going, brother? Good to see you in the chat. It's free to park and sleep in a Walmart parking lot as long as you tape your receipt that you bought something that day to your window. I did car camp at a Walmart recently it was actually a really nice Walmart because they had like solar panels over there like 7 a.m. when the sun came up. But I feel a lot more safer parking in like residential areas because first off, it's not as awkward crawling out, because almost any time you crawl out in a residential area, crawl out from back there, it's like nobody's gonna be sitting there in their car getting you out of the grocery store, and it's just like it's awkward, you know. It's an awkward lifestyle, but you know, at the same time, you know, there's it's an awkward lifestyle, but at the same time, it's giving me this opportunity to put in a lot of money into XRP, a lot more than I'd be able to afford otherwise. What's up, Heaven Beatbox? Hey, Martian. I used to do what you're doing right now, and I did it for 6 months. Funnest time of my life. But I have a question. What price does XRP need to hit where you decide to no longer live in your car? So it's twofold, right? If XRP hits like if it hits $1, whenever we get back to $1, I'm probably, you know, at that point I'm gonna be looking for a place to stay. I'm actually looking, you know, getting out of the car, because I'm not gonna be able to really accrue a lot more XRP. Or if I get to 100,000 XRP, once I hit 100,000 XRP, then it's like, well, at that point, even living in my car each month, I'm not really like increasing, even, you know, putting my maximum amount in each month. I'm not going to be really increasing my portfolio by enough to really justify for myself to be staying in here, you know. But by and large, the reason I'm doing it is because, you know, I wasn't really able to accrue enough each month that I felt like even the dollar cost averaging was having an impact. And since we're at this super low price, it's like, to me, is like, okay, why would I not take every advantage possible to get as much XRP as I can while we're staying at these super just absurdly low prices for this asset? That it doesn't even make sense that XRP is this low, other than the fact that most people are technical traders. They don't have an ounce of common sense when it comes to what they're actually trading. You know, they just see numbers on a screen. They don't believe in fundamentals at all. You know, you want a perfect example, go look at, you know, Bob. You know, everybody knows Bob from his channel. Like, Bob doesn't believe in fundamentals. That's why Bob thinks that anybody like me out here saying that, you know, XRP can go in even to the 3 digits, he thinks that I'm Looney Tunes for it, right? So yeah, I would also say, Heaven Beatbox, it is not fun car camping. It's almost a full-time job to try and car camp, to be honest. Especially whenever you find that you can't be using a spot, like wherever you camp out, you can't use that, or like I was getting harassed yesterday, actually, before we did the live stream. I was harassed because I was sitting in a parking garage. You know, I went to the mall, I got a Starbucks. So as a customer, you know, I went to the mall, I made a purchase at the mall, but because I was sitting in my car for like several hours while I was sitting here doing research before I was doing a live stream, I got security come up, not telling me that I had to leave because I was loitering. I'm like, I'm a customer. Here's my receipt. You know, I was literally just in there. I'm just I'm just doing some research on my phone. Like, what the hell, you know? But they kicked me out of the mall parking lot because, you know, it's kind of obvious that I'm camping out of the car, especially when I got this like hanging up like that. You know, it's kind of obvious. So I guess I was kind of asking for it, but yeah, it's not fun. Anybody out there that don't let him Beatbox plus milk. It's not fun, but it is worth it to me because I see this promise in XRP. I used to be homeless and a drug addict. Well, XRP Poly, I'm glad that you used the term in past tense, because being addicted to anything is no fun. I used to be a video game addict. That's why I'm so thin. I spent, you know, I spent about 20 years in front of a computer screen playing video games and listening to audiobooks. So like, yeah. Thankfully, I've never had a serious drug addiction. I'd say that I was semi-addicted to weed at a point, but like you can't really be addicted to weed. You know, it's just a habit. And yeah, it is never like a problem, other than like I got in trouble once and then I quit for a long time because I got in trouble because of it. So like that's how you know it's not an addiction, because I just like walked away from it. But yeah, yeah, it's no bueno. I'm glad that it sounds like you recovered there, brother. Let's see, XRP standard. Where did you see that Bank of America is running an XRP pilot? Well, this article comes from CoinDesk here. That's the article we were reading over today. But you know, it's common knowledge, dude. It's been known. There are hundreds of articles about this for like 3 years now. All the way back to 2016, you can find evidence. You just got to Google it. It's there. It's not. This isn't even new news that I'm sharing with you today. To be honest, this is just me. I needed a title for the chat today, so I can come in and BS with everybody. Something that's going to catch people's interest. Something that I can share with y'all. And a lot of people apparently don't know about Bank of America, so there it is. Let's see, Beatbox. I totally understand what you're doing, and I love that you believe in XRP enough to recognize the importance of living in your car for now. Exactly. And yeah, it's temporary thing, and it's really temporary too because in December I'm going to be going to Malaysia because Malaysia, I was doing some budgeting and I found out that I could actually live cheaper in Malaysia for that, like, because of the food costs and the actual, like, all overall cost of living. I could live cheaper in Malaysia with an apartment than camping out of my car here. And as long as I can keep making YouTube content and you guys continue to enjoy my YouTube content, that pay just from this, like, I don't even have to do Grubhub out there. That pay alone is going to be enough that, like, I'd still be able to put in more than renting an apartment here and everything else, circumvent everything else. Like, I'm not even gonna eat if I get the apartment here because of how expensive it is out here. It's like it's absurd how expensive rent is in California. Just stupid, stupid. Uh, BTC almost hit 20,000. Oh, you're talking about your experience. Yo, what's up, Notorious? How you doing, brother? Glad to see you in chat. Ronald, definitely could park at a Walmart overnight. Yeah, I did for a minute, but like I said, it's kind of like it's kind of a mind, it messes with your mind a little bit. I don't like it's funny because everybody in my YouTube channel knows that I'm doing this, but like I don't like the idea of people around me thinking I'm homeless. That's why I stay clean and you know wash my clothes every week. I don't the most homeless thing about me is this beard and when I'm in the vehicle. Um, but it's home on wheels. It's cool. I get to go anywhere. That's one nice thing about it too, is that, like, at any given time, I can just, if I get bored of the place, I'm just like, well, where's somewhere else nice. um but yeah, what's happening? Just in, hey all, Darcy, we just went over Bank of America, talking about that Bank of America is piloting XRP, that they or piloting X current. And that we talked a little bit about the fact that there's the Bank of America patent that was linked showing that XRP is, like, involved in their cross-border payment system that they have a patent for, that they're claiming we're not using it, we just have this patent and it just so happens to incorporate XRP. Okay, that's why you specifically hired somebody to work on a decentralized uh, blockchain platform that involves Ripple. Right. You're not using XRP. Right. Not today. Not today, right? $2 from L Deegan? Deegan, is that right? New to this channel. Well, thank you for tuning in, brother. Yeah, it's a slow news day. It's just a fun Friday. So just chatting with the group mostly. I probably won't even go a whole half hour today, or a whole hour today, but we'll see how the chat goes. Whatever people get me, if y'all get me BSing for a while, then I'll go for the full hour. But yeah, it's a really slow news day. Wait, I think I had something else here too, actually. Um, oh no, I was gonna point out that everybody's probably looked at the price today, right? We're sitting pretty strong, just above 29 cents at 29.2 cents. So we're still holding this range. I haven't looked at the actual trading view chart today to see if we broke bearish with this dip that we got, because it did go below 29 for, like, briefly, like 29.8. But we also had a second pump last night in the middle of the night back up to 30 cents, it looks like. So yeah, we're just in this range bound price range right now after that 5% pump we got early yesterday. And so it's just a waiting game. I wouldn't be surprised if we have to wait another week sitting range bound here, and then we'll get another 5% pump next week. I'm cool with this, honestly. This kind of growth is kind of, it's reassuring because it's just consistent and it's not anything wild. Nobody's going to get rich overnight, but I've been saying on the channel for a while, nobody's going to get rich overnight. And once people really gain, if this continues on for a few months, like think about it. If if next month nobody gets a chance to buy in below 28 cents because we go up to 32 and then up to 34 and then up to 37, you know, who's not going to be like, okay, I'm buying as often as I can now instead of waiting for a correction? Because that's market psychology, right? You're not being given the opportunity you want to get in at these lows, and the price just keeps jumping these 5% increments, right? So eventually, everybody's gonna be like, okay, I'm done sitting on my hands waiting to buy in. I'm buying in before I can't buy a single ZERP, or I can't buy two for even $1, And that's how, that it's just market psychology kind of analysis of what's going on. But right now it seems like even from my Telegram group, a lot of people are right now they are waiting for a price correction. A lot of people think that we're going to get a correction back down to 27 cents or whatever. I'm still personally just waiting for that dump down to 25. But every passing day, every day that this market just goes flat, and then every time we get a leg up instead of a leg down, I'm just like, okay, am I gonna get that opportunity? Is it going to come? Like, what's going on? So it's the longer that this price keeps this upward trend without a strong correction back down, the more bullish people are gonna get. The more greedy people are gonna get. And that's a positive feedback cycle, right? That's going to cause the price to, perpetuate upward. But we'll see how that works. Like maybe tonight's going to dump. Maybe tonight's going to be the dump, and this whole little spiel I just went on is going to be relevant, right? But we'll see what happens. Eric B. If B of A wants to be a global leader, they will implement XRP. If not, the competition will move ahead without them. Exactly right. That's something else to keep in mind too, right? We're not in no bank is an island unto itself. They're all competitors within, the global ecosystem. And digital assets is a truly global ecosystem. XRP is a truly global network. And so anybody who waits too long to get on the bus, they're going to fall behind. And the early adopters are going to be the ones who take over. Bank of America might be the second largest bank in America today, but if they wait too long to get on board with this, if PNC decides that they're going to go and use XRP first before Bank of America gets on board, it might only take a few months before Bank of America already has so much of a lead on B of A that B of A can never catch up to them. PNC takes second place, takes first, because they're the first on board. That's how this is how these businesses will unfold. And so that's why it's important to keep in mind that once one bank gets in, it's on like Donkey Kong, right? Right now we've got payment providers. We have MoneyGram, we have Mercury FX, we have Qualix, right? These aren't banks. These are payment providers, or payment providers. So it's a little bit different game, and we're seeing, we saw that, Qualix and Mercury FX getting on was enough to just have to get Ripple to be like, okay, we're gonna buy a 10% share in MoneyGram so that we can sway the vote. And now MoneyGram, they're obviously doing well. Their stock is reflecting magnificently, and they're holding off. They're pushing their reports of how their company is done into the first day of November, just before Swell, before the CEO of MoneyGram is going to come on to the stage at Swell and talk about what XRP is doing for them, right? And so we're so early, guys. It's just about being patient and paying attention to the fundamentals. As I say all the time, I can't say it enough. Just watch the fundamentals, guys. Aiden Trading, how's it going, guy? Thank you for popping in the stream. Anybody out here that doesn't tune in to Aiden, if you aren't already subscribed to Aiden, be sure to go and give that young man a subscribe. He's 14 years old and he's covering crypto, just like the rest of us, but he's He's 14 and he's in this, right? He's a brilliant young man. I love watching him, love checking out his content. You guys should too if you aren't already, right? So thank you. Thanks for tuning in, and glad to see you in here. Steve Stevenson. I don't know how true this is, but I heard Elon Musk sold everything to live in his car and to invest everything into PayPal. He did. Mark Cuban did the same thing with his business. Steve Jobs lived on the campus, like he couch surfed around Stanford while he was making friends at Stanford as a college dropout before he made Apple with Steve Wozniak. Like, what I'm doing is not like, it's not like I'm trying to start a business, but I'm doing this to invest in a business that I see as extremely promising. And it's not uncommon for people who are highly successful to have gone all in before they became extremely successful. Everybody thought that Jeff Bezos was crazy back in the early 90s. They thought this guy's a loon. Have you heard him laugh? The guy's crazy. He's trying to compete with Barnes and Nobles. What? Is Barnes and Nobles even open still? Are there still Barnes and Nobles out there? I haven't seen one in a while, so like that's actually kind of a legitimate question. I'm sure they're still out there, but like, everybody knows I don't have to struggle to find an Amazon like delivery truck going by, but I ain't seen a Barnes and Nobles in a minute, right? So it's all about, it's about dedication to whatever it is that you believe in. If you believe in something, you see it through. Don't be weak. Don't be weak and give up on whatever dream or goal or whatever it is that you have. That's why I'm doing this, because I believe in what Ripple's doing wholeheartedly. I truly believe that they might not be the only, they might not capture everything, but even if they only capture 10% market share of this ecosystem, I'm never going to have to work a day in my life ever again once they're successful. But I think they're going to do way better than just 10% share. I think that they could get 40+% share of the overall ecosystem before all is said and done. And I think that it could happen very, very rapidly when once the ball is set in motion. And right now it's a crawl. It's a crawl. And the price, the way it's moving, it kind of feels like it's crawling up, right? So we just gotta wait for us to start walking. And then something's gonna spook us and everybody's gonna start sprinting, right? And that's when we get rich, when people start sprinting. And then somebody tries to fly, Somebody's gonna try and fly and, they might fall to the ground, but somebody's gonna get rich off that guy, like, jumping through the hoop, right? Somebody's gonna film somebody trying to fly, and that person's filming it's gonna be like, oh, I just got 10 billion views on YouTube. That made me a millionaire. Coin collector. I'm pushing for 60 hours a week at work, and it is really taking a toll on my marriage. But I told my wife just to be strong because the window of opportunity is closing. Coin collector, absolutely right. Like, and that's the other thing too, right? Is like, a lot of people, I know a lot of you guys are putting a lot of pressure on yourself in other ways that I'm not, right? This is my way of putting pressure on myself to get ahead, right? And coin collectors out here, he's trying to work harder than a CEO putting in 60 a week, right? Whatever it takes, we're gonna do what it takes so that we have a healthy sum in our investment for what we believe in, and that's what's important, is to see your vision through, whatever that vision is, regardless of how other people see your vision, right? If people don't agree with your vision, who cares? It's your vision, not theirs. Let them go blow smoke and you do you, right? And that's what we're doing out here. And that's I got some donations, so I got to scroll down here. But you're talking to Crypto Mike anyways there, Ron. Let's see. Deep Mind Lab. Thoughts on whether most altcoins will be wiped out in the next bull run? I think that most altcoins have already died, to be honest. I think that most of these projects are just going to continue to sink, especially most of the coins that are outside of the top 200. There might be like one or two gems in the top two, like in the 1 to 200 that we're not really aware of. but I think most of the legitimate projects are in the top 50 to top 100 now, and most everything else is just gonna die off. And I don't even think most of I think that I think after the next run, since it's going to be a utility run that I'm expecting that we'll see something like maybe like 10 to 15 coins that survive the long haul. And they're all going to be uniquely targeting different areas of the economy. And then those coins are going to, their ecosystems are going to then start competing against each other. And that's when we're going to see the consolidation of the coins over the long haul into a big three or a big two, the two dominants that take control of the whole ecosystem for essentially the next 100,000 whatever, however, not 100,000 years, but the next 100 to 1,000 years, however long human society remains, right? um should see Heaven's apartment now. You've come a long way, bro. I haven't seen it, but I'll take your word, Mike. He must be. I'm assuming that Heaven Beatbox has been in here since 20 or before the 2017 bull run. Either that, or he's just like he landed a great job. Let's see. XRP is taking a toll on my marriage. Well, it might not just be life changing, but also life changing. Cause now me and my kids watch and research XRP. Why isn't the wife in, Ron? Why don't you got your wife like researching this noise with you? That's the problem. That's the problem. You gotta get the wife into it. The kid, Gabe's all about it. Why isn't the wife about it? She should be right there with you. I'm sorry, bro. Hopefully you're just joking though. How you wash your butt? Southside P 215. That's an easy answer. It's called YMCA gym membership. Where's your family, buddy? Matthew, my family's on the other side of the country. Well, they're all over the country, but mostly on the other side of the country. I'm just in San Diego because it's my favorite city. I love this city. It's gorgeous, amazing weather year round, and I got a fair few friends out here that are also in the van life scene. So like they're all pretty cool people. Lorenzo, once XRP moons, we should buy up land and make it into a huge parking lot for people that want to save money. 150 a month. That's actually not a bad idea. I think that's actually kind of a legit idea to buy like a parking lot and cover it, and then just make it available even for like parking spaces. Like if you're not giving people access to toiletries or anything, just be like $20 a month. If you make a mess, you'll get kicked out, and just simple as that. And those kind of places, like something that I've learned from getting to know a lot of people that van life, like most people who van life are pretty serious on other people that are they're like in that area, because they don't want to get kicked out of an area. If somebody's letting people that are practicing van life stay in an area, like the people who are also doing that will be like really harsh on people that are trying to come in or just slobs and like just making a mess or causing a commotion, because that looks bad on them. So Young Jizzle, tint the windows all black. I've been thinking about that actually. I need to get window tint. I need to get window tint just because of how much it will prevent my car from heating up so rapidly, because this car is from the Northeast, so there's no tint on these windows, so it's horrible. It heats up. Like I turn the AC off and the car's blistering hot within 5 seconds. Not 5 seconds, but like within a few minutes. It's crazy. Let's see. I have 5 acres in Lucerne Valley that I go camping to on the weekends to take a break from LA. If you ever want to park a car there when you travel, Samuel, I might actually take you up on that. One of my mom's friends is in the Santa Monica area, so I'm thinking I might just take my car up there and leave it with her. But if that doesn't work out, I'll definitely reach out to you if I see you in chat again, or if you follow me on Twitter, hit me up in DMs, because I'm leaving in December, so I'm trying to sort all this out before I go. Let's see. What's up, Kenny Williams? How you doing, brother? Cranum is great for sleep. I sleep like a baby, FN based. Though I'm exhausted today. I don't know why. I'm just like, I'm beat. But I slept fine. What are you doing in SD anyways? XRP Ray, I'm chilling. It's an amazing place. I love it here. It's absolutely gorgeous city. Um, Crypto Mike, I think it's easier for me because I was once on drugs. Definitely kudos to you, Jade, for doing it the hard way. It will pay off soon, my friend. Um, oh, you're talking about like it was easier to car camp because you were on. I will say it was a lot easier last year when I was doing it because I was buying weed because you can go get medical marijuana here, or not even medical. You just get recreational marijuana in California, and being high, just being baked, like you kind of lose track of time. It's already evening before you even know it. It's so it was a lot easier being a stoner, but nowadays it's like it's just too much money, man. It's weed is so expensive in California. Like that, the tax on it too is just like it's like nah. I don't need any vice. Like like I don't need vices at all. Like marijuana was my last big vice for a long while, and now I don't even do that. Like I quit drinking about 2 years ago, and I quit smoking now about it's been about 2 months that I've stopped smoking. But you don't it's not like a withdrawal with that, so it's not even like something I'm like I quit it, so I'm not even worried about it. It's not like heroin where I'm like, oh man, I'm so jonesing for a blunt right now. I might smell some like somebody smoking out in the public, like I'll smell like weed, somebody burned a joint or whatever, but like but that's about it. Uh are you a member of the couch surfing? Nah, I don't couch surf really. And like the idea of that kind of like bugs me, like it's not that I'm not appreciative that there's a lot of people that have actually offered to like give me a place to crash. It's just that like I I'm I'm choosing to live this lifestyle to save money, and so I kind of feel like I'd feel guilty, uh, you know, couch surfing on somebody's place when I could afford to pay, but I'm just doing it because I want to save money. So like this kind of feels like it's more like